Said roll around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high.
Hey guys, welcome to Center Topical. Nate here, Strange Wing, and today we have a trailer reaction for In the Heights.
Never been in the Heights.
Washington Heights? Which I'm assuming is where this takes place.
Sueñito. It means little dream.
That's it? No story?
This is a babe.
Alright, everybody
Right
sit
here.
down, sit down. It's a story of a block that was disappearing. In un barrio called Washington Heights. The streets were made of music. I am Usnavi, and you probably never heard my name. Reports of my fame are greatly exaggerated. Morning, Usnavi. Pan caliente, café con leche.
On these blocks, you can't walk 2 steps without bumping into someone's big plan.
I'm making moves, I'm making deals.
Film looks amazing.
What? You still ain't got no skills. I was saving up all my pennies in my piggy bank for this day.
This is going to be an emotional roller coaster. The odds are against you.
But there's a chance, right? A dream isn't some sparkly diamond. There's no shortcuts. Sometimes it's rough. Yeah, I'm the street light, choking on the heat. The world spins around while I'm frozen to my seat.
They're talking about kicking out all the dreamers.
But every day is different, so
It's time to make some noise.
We had to assert our dignity in small ways. Shh. Just listen. Little details that tell the world we are not invisible.
Ignore anyone who doubts you.
we came to work and to live, and we got a lot in common. DRPR, we are not stopping. Until the day we go from poverty to stock options. The days that we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block in the heights.
Crazy Rich Asians was a good movie.
So?
I think this is going to be a good movie as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am pumped for this movie. I love musicals. This is like just a this is in the realm of West Side Story, of La La Land, of all those things that I love. But obviously, there's just so much like flavor to this, you know. I didn't see a single white person in that trailer, and I love that because why would they be if that's what this movie's about, you know? It definitely didn't give us too terribly much of like what the plot here is, so I'm intrigued by that. I'm super interested. I love Hamilton, and I've seen like Lin-Manuel Miranda's had his hand in some other things, but as far as the music goes, like some of this is like very Hamilton as far as like the music itself goes and things like that. I love the color. I am very, very excited for this.
Yeah. One thing Strange Wayne loves and respects is hip hop, and this is a pure hip hop. You know, the beats little, not hip hop.
It's Broadway. Yeah,
they got rhymes, so that's attractive of this film. Something else that is attractive. The woman has some fat asses.
Am I lying?
Can't go wrong with a fat ass.
That's a fact.
Again, Jimmy Smets, Sons of Anarchy fame, been around forever. I like him as an actor. You had Dr. Dre in this movie from Straight Outta Compton. So the cast, not the most well-known cast in the world, but like still solid actors.
Yeah. Well, you had to get singers and dancers.
And I think they were going to carry this film to the summer of 2020, make a lot of fucking money, and critically do very well too. So I can't wait for this movie. Another thing that I fuck with heavily is them losing the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Me, again, being a big fan of hip-hop, when I got into hip-hop music, it was still very sectioned off. You know, Lil Wayne from the South, Ludacris from the South, you know, these guys are rapping about fucking collard greens sometimes. New York, you know, you got your Biggie, you got your New York rappers, you got Tony Yayo, 50 Cent, stuff like that. Everywhere had a sound. and now it's 2019, and that sound is kind of lost.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I hate that. Same thing with fashion. Like, I also love sneakers. You know, you got the Uptowns, which is a Air Force One classic, all white. And then you got Tim's. You see that everywhere nowadays. We went to Orlando, so I was wearing Tim's and a fitted hat. I was like, bro, it's fucking 100 degrees outside. Why are you wearing Tim's? But, you know, it's just like everywhere kind of lost their... Like, I don't mind the bling pot, but people just take it and they don't make it their own. Like the fitted hat and the Tim's and the Uptowns, stuff like that. So I just feel like America had, every little section had its own little culture. And if you listen to Wu-Tang stuff, like even the Five Boroughs had their own little culture and stuff. So like I love old New York because of everywhere had its own culture. So I think that is like the most attractive part of this film for me. Like I cannot wait to dive into that and see like what's the word when you lose culture? There's a word for it, I know, I just can't think of it right now.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, I can't wait for this film because of that reason. The internet's ruined culture, and I don't know if that's the cause in this movie, but they're losing their culture and thinking of what makes that borough fit. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you know about things like this because you don't pay attention to politics at all. But there was kind of one quick little line about them trying to get rid of the Dreamers, which is another word for children of undocumented immigrants who were born in the United States. So like the old rule was even if your parents weren't documented or illegal aliens, if you want to use that term, like you still have U.S. citizenship and you're protected by that. And then Trump has done a lot to try to negate that and push it back. And then certain cities are what we call sanctuary cities around the city. So it kind of sounds like that's going to be a little bit of what they're touching on, this fear of exportation. And they use the word dreamers. I don't know if that's where they're going with that or not, but it would actually be appropriate considering like the cultural aspects of this film and things like that. So we'll see. I don't know.
There's not a lot of movies that's been announced for 2020 that doesn't have drowning in CGI. So this I'm really looking forward to this in 2020.
Totally.
So tell us how you feel down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe.